Hey guys, here's the first episode maybe of Know Thy Selfie. And in the back here I have all these selfies that were painted quite a while ago really. And now it's starting to rain. So I'm going to go ahead and take these selfies down. Alright guys, I gotta admit, I'm approaching this canvas and I have not painted in a minute. So it's going to be kind of different and see how it goes. Got my white and my black paint. Here I go. So I guess when it comes to knowing thy selfie, it's kind of, I don't know, like what. So, like Van Gogh painted a lot of selfies, but he also kind of went mad. So, I mean, like the selfies that I showed you in the beginning there, those are from years ago, like 8 years ago. And I don't usually like to go look in the mirror a lot because I know that I'm deeper and better than whatever is being seen here. So I don't like to get too distracted by, whatever's falling apart around the edges, here. So I usually don't, I just don't look in the mirror a lot. It's kind of like there's no need for it really sometimes. I'm kind of, thinking about visions and dreams sometimes and I feel, there's something in my tooth or something, then you look in the mirror. But yeah, overall, it's not something that I really like to do. Who does, But then I see the occasional person that I'm like, oh yes, if I look like that, I would be looking in the mirror. And I am really zoning in on my face here. Here, let's see, like that, and that. We're gonna have to use a lot more white paint. I'm gonna have to dilute some of this because I'm making myself quite dark here. Alright, and then like that. And again, this is a quickie. This is a quick selfie. So lower your expectations of me. But it'll be alright, hey. The idea is that you just paint, you have fun. And when I do these painting, long, boring things on my channel, it is sort of a way to celebrate people I love, like Fred Rogers and Bob Ross, who were not afraid to be slow and they were not afraid to make mistakes. I'm gonna tilt this a little bit. Okay, like that. Whoop. Okay, let's see. Okay guys, here we go. So yeah, paint if you like painting, or draw, or write. Sometimes weeks will go by and I won't write. Sometimes weeks will go by and I won't play the banjo, but I'll be doing some sort of art. And I will say right now that it's been a minute since I've painted. And that is okay. It's okay to get back on the bicycle after you haven't been for a minute. I was in the military and we did a lot of push-ups, and I went years where I didn't want to do push-ups, and then in the last few years I've gotten back into doing push-ups, and it really helps my back feel better. So it's never too late to do something that you once did, or to try something totally new. I like to paint a lot, but it's a mess, and there's things to it that involve work. So that if there's other work or other art to be done, then I do that too. whatever. Now, I always think the most important thing is the eyes. But if you're having like a far off shot, then it would be more like, body movement, or, sort of like, yeah, what's the focus here? But if it's a face, even this could be done, right? This is like it. This is, no, I'm just joking. I don't know. I have seen myself, whenever I film myself paint, the result is maybe not as good as when I'm not filming. I have to say. When I'm just in the zone and I'm not worried about filming. Okay, but I will say that I've seen films of myself painting, and I'm like, oh, Jody, you should just stop right there. Like, that was way better than the end result. Like, that frame right there. So that might happen with this too. It's like, oh, that looked better 5 minutes ago, actually. And that's okay. Most art is temporary. My husband does concrete, so that's about as close as you can get to being immortal. But that's certainly crumbles also over time. So it's kind of like, okay, yeah, the skull kind of goes in at the temple and then out at the cheekbones here. So some shading in here. And then it kind of comes out like, doop, and then, yeah, these are protruding out, and then this is, so I'm not really putting any paint here, or here at the moment. When I get a clean brush, I might with just pure white, but yeah. Nothing is pure white, so, and my brush is probably not gonna be totally clean either. So, and here we have like a little bit of water falling. My mouth is sort of like open but not showing teeth. Like, that's how I was talking and I was kind of like this. So I guess that's how I'm doing the selfie. Know thy selfie. It's funny, like, okay, so I'm 42. Do I know myself? I don't know. No. I would say no. Do I know myself a hell of a lot better than when I was 22? Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, I say I know myself a lot better, yeah. But also, and yeah, just like caring a whole lot less. Like, I'm kind of like aware of how people respond to me, and like how people judge, and how people respond, and how people flatter, and how people either are attracted or are jealous or very unattracted to me. And I'm like, whatever, who cares? Where I used to be like, what can I do about it? What can I do about this thing? And now it's just like, here today, gone tomorrow. May never see that person again in my life. Is fine. And then there's certain people you absolutely care about. Like, one being my husband. Okay, I care about his opinion. But even then, it's like, okay, he's having a bad day. Why do I care? And so you have to kind of just decide who you want to be, ultimately, and not worry so much. And I'm just talking to myself. I've dealt with a lot of insecurities and stuff. And it's just, like, I'm too old for that stuff. I'm too old to worry. It's, again, like I've said this in other videos, memento mori. It's like my new, it's not new at all, but it's for me, it's a meditation that's new. And it's, if I die tomorrow, or if I die soon, or whatever, just meditating on your death. is not a bad thing. And I see, like, when I paint my selfies, like, my face is losing, like, collagen, you know, and that's why people go in and get their fillers and stuff. I'm at 42, so, like, I've been in the sun. I have wrinkles. And so, and then the collagen itself, like, around my eyes, like, as I get older, I'll probably look more like a skeleton, which is a little disturbing. But, and so when I'm, like, painting this right now, I'm like, okay, there are more wrinkles. There are more gaunt, like there's more of a gauntness to my face. And is that a problem? No, shit. It's just good to be aware. And so that's why it's like, hey, know thy selfie. And then whew, I'm getting paint on this cushion. It's already a little problematic. Okay. And then there'd be like the ear. The top of the ear is about like where the top of the eye is, and it seems to be coming out of like right here. So, and then we'll go into like right here. So we have one ear here, and I guess I'm looking head on. A lot of times I do more of a profile, like I do a lot of cartoon, kind of like the way my face is right now, with like a kind of a triangle nose, you know, kind of like a partial eye here. Like a lot of the stuff I do is like that. But here I'm just kind of looking like straight on, and definitely need a lot more white paint. Sometimes I get really stingy with myself. I start trying to stretch the paint. I've even had these long paint sessions where I've spit into the paint to make it stretch. So it's cool. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's kind of, the air is moist. It's just barely trickling rain, but it's kind of cool because you get like a little bit of ear here, because it adds like a little bit of moisture and it helps the paint spread. If it was like a really hot day, it would be cakey paint, and if I was outside, it would be just kind of caking. I want to get paint on every surface of this face. Just kind of go with the lines in my face, contours. I definitely have what you would call like ruddy skin. I have been in the sun a lot. I've had a lot of acne, so it's just good to know that about myself. I'm okay with that. Ask me when I'm 15, I would probably start crying. You know, like the dermatologist that I saw, I think I just started crying. I'm like, oh, my skin. Because, you know, they give you different products, and then it's like really harsh. They're like, the products are very harsh. Anyway. The only thing I use on my skin now is like clay, honey, sugar scrub, coconut oil, things you can eat. But like back when I was young, it was all like really harsh stuff, and my skin looked like bright red, angry, and I was also on the swim team, so chlorine, it was bad. It was bad stuff. So I'm getting a little too much black from getting into the black, so I gotta kind of make sure that I'm not doing that right now. But I definitely want to get white, light gray on every surface of the face. And like, you know, I'm coming into this and not even knowing what I'm doing. I don't know what kind of style. I'm just kind of shooting the breeze with you guys and painting, right? And the rain is falling and making the paint a different texture. Okay, so I'm gonna work on the nose for a bit. We're gonna like kind of create a little bit of believability here with the nose. Maybe. I don't know. Well, Jesus. Ah, Lord. Okay. Hold on. I think it's getting somewhere. Uh, yeah, so there is some kind of like wrinklage in here that is happening to my face. Isn't that funny? Oh, I do joke a lot. I don't care that I'm growing old. In fact, it's kind of nice. It's like, not being looked at by perverts as much is kind of cool. Like, and what was funny is like, back when, you have all the collagen and like, yeah, your body parts are more, uh, you know, bouncy or less affected by gravity or whatever, um, is back when you're like the most insecure. And so, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like now I feel like pretty comfortable in my skin and, and also not nearly as attractive as when I was young. So, yeah. All right. So we're coming nearer and nearer to something. I look really serious. I guess. I mean, my mouth kind of goes downward anyway, so I think I do have that look of seriousness. And that's fine, right? It's good to just know yourself. Um, let's see here. It really, like, ultimately does not matter. I mean, some of my best friends are, like, born with disabilities that make them look a lot different. And that is okay, and that is wonderful. I really like the book Wonder. That was pretty incredible. I can't say that anything like that would ever be easy in any way, but it's just incredible the resilience that happens with that, and the reality and the rawness that those relationships that come out of that. For somebody that is disfigured to have relationships, they'd be some of the most real, relationships. So I feel like that too about growing old. Yeah, it's just more just about like, yeah, let's celebrate what's on the inside. And, and just going for, how we can relate to one another. Let's see here. So I will grab some white paint and so know thy selfie. It is so good to know thy selfie. And so that's what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm looking in the mirror. I'm saying, hey, you have been in the sun. you've got some flaws, but also here's kind of a little bit of where you're at right now, and that's okay, and that's cool, And so here we go. I hear the hummingbirds. It's really awesome. They're just chattering. And they're eating from the feeder behind me. And this rain is fantastic. This is exactly what we needed here. Okay. You'll see based on how how inaccurate this is, how little I know myself. You'll see that in this painting here. You'll be like, whoa, Jody, you really don't know yourself, because that selfie is not you. But hey, judge not, because your selfie may be even more off than my selfie. And here we go. Give it away now. Okay, I mean, cause yeah, we're gonna get somewhere. It kind of comes to a point, like where you're like, if I paint any more, so am I creating a shady side? It looks like I am here. So if this is the shady side, then so I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. It's good to have a shady side in life. No, I don't know. Well, it's good to embrace your shadow self. Right? Okay, how about that? Okay, and but yeah, I like it when there's a shady side, and the sun is setting, but you can't really tell because of the rain. But that's the way the shade would be here if you could see the sun right now. So. Kind of looking cool, I guess. Relatively. Everything's kind of relative. So yeah, we got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I kind of like the messiness of it all. It's no Van Gogh, but it's something. I kind of like that about it. It's kind of like, I need some more white paint though. Don't chintz yourself. Don't ever chintz yourself on white paint, because that's like the main ingredient. It's like flour and bread, or whatever. You're making a cake, that's the flour or whatever. If you're making a flourless cake, it's the main ingredient, okay? It's the main ingredient of the cake. And I'm just gonna roll with this. Like, I don't know if I necessarily need paint on the whole thing. I think I'll give myself a neck. Might as well. I think, wait. I gave myself too big of a neck. Fuck. Maybe I will have to give myself a background now. That sucks. That's okay. No, that's chill. It's okay. Don't ever panic. It's all fine and dandy. Yeah, you just give yourself a background if you mess up. It needed a background anyway, so whatever. Whatever's clever. Okay. Get some black background. Alright, getting somewhere. Plans, I'm hearing some stuff, but I'm getting my painting done, right? And I need some more black. Oh, here's a funny story. Well, it's not that funny. I have this black here, and I was doing some painting up at the top of a mountain, and it was just everywhere. The black paint was just everywhere. Not very funny. Not very funny at the time, but I got it in its own special pouch now. Anyway, there is a plane. It's a bird, it's a plane. And yeah, it's we need like a ton of rain, so I'm hoping that it just goes crazy, you know? It is pretty interesting, you know, this time last week, I would have been just hot without, like, you know, in a tank top. Now I'm wearing this coat, you know. It's interesting. Alright, here we go. Here's this painting here. Alright, just kind of running the background into the painting a little bit. Gotta give myself a neck of some sort. Work a little bit more on the eyes probably. I'm probably call it good, you know. It's tight-ish. Alright. Let's see. Give myself some nostrils at least. Okay. Alright, mosquitoes are getting bad too, so I gotta finish this. Okay. Yeah, I gotta finish this painting. I'll tell you. Okay. And this is just a, you know, a friendly episode of Thy Selfie. Because sometimes you just gotta look in the mirror, you know. And maybe you're wrong, you know. Maybe what you see is more beautiful or less beautiful than the reality of the situation. I gotta add some more shading over here. So like little circles under my eyes a little bit, you know. And probably some eyes themselves. Let's see here. Probably, yeah, I could do some eyes themselves. Never hurts. Alright. Kind of running out of black now. Usually I don't run out of black. A little bit of that, a little bit of this. Alright. You know, I don't think I look that great. That's okay. Right? Está bien. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, do I need to look great or do I just need to look interesting? That's the thing. And where do you draw the line here? Where do you decide? I look well. And it is well. Let's see. she's, or he or they, whatever this painting is, starting to look pretty tight. You gotta love whatever you do, right? You know, so I'm throwing up a like right now. I like you painting. Pretty tight. Yeah, you're looking good. You know, gotta say that once in a while. Like, hey, you're looking great. Okay, I'll admit, I mean, it is looking a little crazy, right? There's a little bit of craziness to the look, right? Am I right? And maybe so. Hey, you know, it's okay to admit that. It's okay to say, hey, girl, you look crazy today. And I can see that. I can see. Like, girl, you look a little mad today. And that's okay. I do. In this particular selfie, I will admit I look a little mad. Like, girl, what happened? You know, or guy or whatever. Like, what happened to you? And yeah, you know, it's been a ride. I was working in the hot sun, you know, and now I'm kind of catching up on that end. And yeah, it's been a ride, man. I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, judge not. You know, yeah, I've had better days. I've looked slightly less haggard, okay, in my life. So judge not. You know, and I'm thinking that you've had your haggard days. I'm thinking that you have. So anyway, judge not. And now it's just kind of a point in my life where I'm like, hey, you look pretty tight, you know. Just kind of, I mean, edgy at least, right? You look edgy, and I'm like, okay, well that's something. And then I'm like, okay, let's give you a little depth in your eyes here. And then, and you know, if the light is coming from this corner here, we gotta kind of make that happen here. So I gotta, at this point, I'm kind of giving up on the mirror, because I'm looking right at the mirror right now, right? So I have to give up on the mirror for a minute and just kind of roll with the punches here. And what we got to do here is first create a little bit of white in this corner. That's like excellent. That's where the sun's hitting. Okay, a little bit of white here. And then we go with some black, some dark. And maybe a little bit of dark tinge with light, so you got these kind of wrinkles going. And some white. There's all sorts of wrinklage happening here. You gotta create that. And this cheek is a little more white. So I want to create that too. And a little more smooth, I guess. Give that cheek some smoothness. This one too. It should go. The cheek goes all the way over to the ear, so you got to create that a little bit. And then the ear's got some black in it for sure. Let's do that like. All right, there we go. Almost there. Almost there. I think we need a tiny bit more on the eyes. With the white crinklage. Alright, I'm starting to look kind of, aged. Which is good. Which is good. That's where I'm at now. That's where I'm at. It gives the illusion of wisdom when you have some age to you. I'm just kind of shading things right now, things that need to be shaded, that kind of thing. Yeah, and it's looking tight, I think, for what it is, for a quick selfie, here we are, we're alive, and this is proof here. This picture here is proof that we are alive. And it is, what is it, 7:29, 24. Seven 29:24. Anyway, peace. Know Thy Selfie. And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, this looks like shit. Okay, well, at least let me get some black lines here. At least let me give it a shot, okay? Okay, hold on. First off, my face ends about right here. So that'd be good. That'd be good to fix that part of it. And this ear here, he can come down here like that. And then another black line here under the chin. Chin pretty much ends here too. It's good to kind of get my chin where I don't really think I have too giant of a chin. I was giving myself a big chin here. So, yeah, kind of getting there here, and then there, and then like kind of like shading under my hair, and some more just like strands here of hair here. And I think we're probably good after that. Yeah. All right. Know Thy Selfie. Even if it's not perfect, it's good to know. Oh wait, do I need a nose ring? Probably. Probably need a little nose ring here. Alright, is that good? Yeah. Tight. Looks just like me. Alright, peace.